Now, if you have a day job, you probably get weekends off, some other breaks and an annual holiday, and I shouldn't think you often think about changing your jobs. Imagine, however, working 365 days a year and doing a different job every day. Well, with us now is a man who is, I'm told, doing just that. Jamie Dodd, welcome to Channel M Today.
Nice to be here.
Why?
Why am I doing it?
Yes, well, yes, essentially. Why do a different job every day for 365 days a year? Why not just find one like the rest of us?
Well, the simple thing is I couldn't find one job. The recession hit me as well. There was lots of jobs out there 5 years ago, but this year there wasn't. I was made redundant 3 times last year.
Dear.
And so I decided if I couldn't find one job for 365 days, it might be easier to find 365 different jobs for just a day.
And is it easier or not? Because it's an awful lot of interviews, I would imagine.
Well, I don't have to go to interviews. That's the main thing. People just ring up and say, hey, we've got something to do, come along and do it that way. Logistically, it's been a nightmare.
I'll bet.
So my initial thought of it'll be easier, it's not, but it is fun.
How are you financing it? How are you keeping the wolf from the door?
Well, I'm sponsored by monster.co.uk, and most of the jobs pay as well. So I get a day's rate pay for that day I go and do.
Do they pay quickly, though? Because, you know, I mean, sometimes you send your invoice and you don't get your pay until 6 weeks later,
it's about 90 days, yeah. But I've got a lot of support from my family and friends, and I live cheaply anyway.
It sounds pretty hectic, though, sort of setting it up and getting to a new and different place every day. What have been the highs and lows so far? Because it started in June, didn't it? Yeah,
it started June the 1st, so this is day 57 today. Yeah, sometimes it's hard getting to places. I mean, I drive an old, beat-up...
What's been the furthest away you've had to get
London.
to? Right.
I've been to London. I did 5 days in London. I've also done 9 days in Wales. Hopefully go to Scotland as well and Ireland. At least I'm seeing the country. I've lived here for 30 years and now I'm actually going out and finding it.
And it's for a record attempt as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the world record. It's the consecutive numbers of days worked in a year. So I said, no days off, no sickies, no holidays, I'll just work all the way through.
Do you have to be paid for it to count as a day's work? Because I would imagine if you don't get paid, it's voluntary work then, isn't it?
No, voluntary work is OK.
Is a day's work?
Is a day's work.
Okay.
It just has to be a registered...
Because we're not paying you a bean here, fella, I have to tell you that.
It's OK, I'm taking this T-shirt home anyway, so... That'll be my payment for the day.
That's payment enough.
Yeah.
You were saying earlier there have been a few surprises along the line already. Was it the Institute of Art that you went to and some of the members of staff there really surprised you?
Yeah, no, it was... what I'm finding is every time I go to a new place, my preconceptions of the job and the people who work in these places are being blown away completely. So I worked at the British Heart Foundation and I was expecting it to be a very sombre environment with ladies of a certain age and a certain respectability, but they weren't. They spoke like sailors. It was just the bizarre day ever. I couldn't believe it.
Have you ever done any job for a day so far that you wished you could stay on and do more of?
Yeah, loads. There's been so many.
Have you ever done any that you were grateful that you're only doing it for the one day?
Well, hairdressing. Hairdressing I'm useless at. I've got little stumpy fingers. I couldn't figure out how you held the comb and the scissors and also get the hair. So
I bet the clients were thrilled who got you for that day, weren't they?
Well, yeah, I did get some friends in, actually, to let me cut their hair. They weren't going to unleash me on the public.
Do you think it'll mean now, when you go to finding a job come next June, this will stand you in good stead, having had so much experience in various fields?
Yeah, I'm going to have a cracking CV. I mean, it's going to be a long one to read, but it's going to be decent.
Yeah, tell me, Mr. Dunn, why did you leave your previous 364 jobs?
Well, one of the things is, my problem is I've got people are ringing me up saying, we'd like to come for a day, can you give us a list of your previous employers? And I'm saying, well, I've had 56 already. And the longer I get to reply to them, they're going to keep on growing and growing, so it is tough.
What are you doing for us, Dead Quick, today?
Yeah.
Today, I think I'm going to be helping out in the studio. I'm going to get behind a camera, get a headset on, and try and make you all look good.
Fantastic. Well, play your
Try
cards
your
out.
best,
You can read the news if you like.
Oh, not with this accent.
So we'll catch up with you at the end of the show to see
Yeah.
how you've enjoyed it and how your experience at Channel M compares to the days you're having.